Everybody, and welcome to the Corona Cero post show after a big day of competition, finishing both of the opening rounds for men and women, finished in the elimination round for the women. The quarters are set and getting halfway through the men's ER, enjoying the sky lighting up with beautiful colors of orange. Soccer balls are still being juggled up and down the beach. Jesse, what's that called again?
Auchinha.
Auchinha.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's not just juggling. There's a whole structure to it.
How does it work?
Basically, it's a 4-people game, and you try and face it both facing each other, doubles, and then you kind of attack and defense on it.
Not bad.
Yeah,
okay, we still have some daylight. Maybe on the way home, Mitch, we can get things started. We did get started with a big day after 4 lay days.
Yeah.
We were trying to analyze the performances on the smaller days of surf, but it was more than triple the size of what we've had all week. What was your biggest takeaway of the day, Mitch?
Well, I think the inconsistency with a lot of the surfers. I mean, I truly feel that a lot of the surfers, especially when we're talking about top 10 surfers, they struggled out there. I mean, a lot of them weren't able to even get into the double digits. But obviously, John's round of 16, I thought Griffin surfed extremely well in the ER2, Joe. Those are 2 of the standouts to me.
Jesse Mendez, biggest moments for yourself?
I mean, for me, maybe the numbers didn't say that, but Yago surfing here, it's just next level.
Mm-hmm.
Like the familiarity that he has with the backwash and how much speed he carries throughout, it just matches the surfing with the waves so well. Maybe he could have had bigger numbers if you would have had better waves, but the surfing was there, and I think that was a standout for me.
I love it. A big moment of the day was finally getting another match with Joao Chianca and John Florence after those historical moments that they shared together at Pipeline and Bells in Joao's rookie season. It's been a couple of years since then, and now John on Joao's home court. Chianca the wild card in this one, and it was a bit one-sided. Joao really was trying to get going. That was his probably best moment of this heat, but it was all about John and really dominating from start to finish, Mitch.
Yeah, he had the 717 and then backed it up with a low 5 afterwards. I thought not only was he finding the best waves of the heat, Joe, but most importantly, he was really capitalizing on the few good opportunities that there were in that first heat of the ER. But once again, he's proving why he's #1 in the world. And remember, he has a huge lead in terms of the rankings right now, and I truly feel like he's going to be one of the top 2 seeds heading into lowers.
His whole goal is to get yellow and have that officially at lower trestles. He wants to be the #1 seed to have the best chance to win a third world title. Even though Chianca went down early, it was cool to see the respect they have for each other. For Joao, he's kind of on a comeback role to form. From El Salvador to here, a lot of prep work along with his road to the Olympics as well.
Yes, and it's great for him to get back in rhythm. Obviously, being at home, he has the home court advantage. He has a lot of experience out here with the backwash, but that heat in specifically didn't really go his way. It was kind of a bummer because it was kind of dominated by John the whole time.
Yeah, definitely thought we'd see a little bit more local knowledge there, but wishing Joao the best when it comes to the Olympic Games. We just finished that last heat of the day on dark. Liam O'Brien getting the jump on Bear Mamiya as he's hanging out with Manu.
Hi guys, I'm here and it seemed to be pretty tough and tricky out there. It was a tough heat. How was that for you in the end? You found an amazing wave. Do you feel very good? Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was pretty tough. Kind of got pretty slow out there with the tide coming in. And yeah, I haven't been surfing that good over here, so I was pretty low confidence. But yeah, just went out, tried to give my best. Wasn't the prettiest heat ever, but got through, so happy with that.
Yeah, as I said, it is tough. You were competing, but at the same time, do you feel like happy and blissful to be out there in this amazing sunset, amazing place?
Yeah, for sure. When I was paddling out, I was like checking out the sunset. It's pretty awesome. You could see the church and the mountains all silhouetted. It was pretty cool. So yeah, even though the waves were a bit tough, it's still really nice out there and heaps of fanatical fans on the beach cheering. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, it's always a privilege to get to compete on the tour. So I was stoked to go and get a few waves.
Yeah, and you seem to be having fun here in Saquarema, especially at the practice on Saturday with all the people. It's very different from all over the world. What do you like the most about Saquarema?
Yeah, it's cool. It's actually like when we got here at the start, it was a really sleepy town and pretty peaceful. And then within a couple of days, it was just hectic. So it was cool to sort of see both sides of it. But yeah, it's really unique, like you said. Lots of crowd, lots of passion. And yeah, it's cool. It's something different, so it's cool to be a part of.
Okay, congratulations. Get some rest. Good luck. Guys, back to you. And I'm going to check out this amazing sunset. Maybe go there and have some Corona, Cero. Bye.
Well done, Manu. Well deserved. I love your energy, and I love how she likes to share her country with all of us. Yours too, Jesse. It's great to be here at Saquarema. Liam, you know, it looked like business. He was probably thinking about his heat. Got the job done to move into the round of 16. We had some close heats today, and so a lot of drama as well. When we saw John Florence in the elimination round, same story happened for the women's side. World number 1, Katie Simmers, got sent to the ER and really got pushed against the local wild card. That was really cool to see that performance going all the way to the buzzer. Tai Na kind of built her profile today, even though she didn't come up with a win, Jesse.
Totally, Joe. And she's a fierce competitor. She's very confident. She's been training a lot. I was with her in Tahiti, and she was basically training every day outside of the water. And this one, she kind of gave it a go. Not gave it a go, but she actually had Simmers against the wall right there in the end. And it seemed like she was going to take it, but Simmers just doing her magic as usual and finding that wave in the end and really applying the pressure and getting the win.
Katie got the 7-1-7 really early, but then Tai Na found a rhythm and turned the heat with about a minute to go, Mitch.
Yeah, and as you said, Joe, despite the loss, her stock went up in my book, and really impressive performance. But as you said, Caitlin Simmers, for a reason, being number 1 in the world right now. Henkel was able to do it in less than 5 minutes, and she was on the verge of eliminating world number 1. And we saw Simmers not only back up against the wall, as Jesse was saying, perform under pressure too. And if she's able to do that right here, being the defending event champion with a slight lead over Caroline Marks, who's number 2 in the world right now, that just shows you she's probably going to be able to do it over there at home in the United States, over in California. So I truly feel like this is kind of a statement heat right there. No doubt the closest heat we saw all day long, though.
Katie surfs for a lot of reasons. To get buried with her brother at undisclosed locations around the world, and she also surfed to get the feeling like she got today. She said that in her post-game interview on how good that felt. She believed in herself. She's like, if I get the wave, I can get the score. And it was cool to hear her, as she says, get compy and to talk about the confidence she is carrying into this event.
Yeah, and she's not the type of person that plays defense ever. She doesn't really sit on people, and just for her to perform under pressure and just wait and believe, like you mentioned, that the wave was going to come, and she pulled it off. It's very impressive from her in such a young age.
Let's check out the final bracket for the Vivo Rio Pro presented by Corona. Defending event champ Katie Simmers will take on Brazilian wildcard Luana Silva in quarter 3. Gabby Bryan just got past Johanne Defay. That is a close position on the rankings with Gabby and Johanne. She'll have Molly Picklum, Hennessy, Tatiana Weston-Webb, Caroline Marks. Another great battle with Sawyer Lindblad at the top. Which heat's really popping out for you, Mitch?
I like that first one, Joe. It's a rematch of the one they faced off in Portugal, which was super tight. I feel like it's going to be a nice tight one here. But remember, Sawyer won with just 2 waves ridden this morning. And first heat of the event after waiting 4 days long showed a lot of maturity on her behalf.
That was one of the most dominant wins I think we saw, with confidence for Sawyer Lindblad, sending number 4 and 5 in the world into the ER. So the rookie making the cut, getting the wave of her life in Tahiti. Getting into this point of the season, she's surfing more confident than ever, Jesse.
Totally, and Sawyer, I'm excited to watch her because she looked very confident in her first heat. She looked on point. Actually, might be the best performance I've saw in the first round on the women's side. And she hasn't really had much experience out here, but she looks like a veteran, and she's proven to us in great scoring heats.
Always one of our favorite things that happens during the championship tour events is the WSL Rising Tides program, and we get a close look at the next generation. This is what happened right here in Brazil.
So today we're doing Rising Tides at the Centro de Treinamento Leo Neves, which means the Center of Training for Saquarema. It's really special because I've been training here all week with my Brazilian Olympic Committee, and now it's just to see the girls here with smiles on their faces, ready to go surf some waves and enjoy themselves, and I'm just really proud to be a part of it.
I'm super happy to be here representing Rising Tides in WSL. For me, it was the perfect match for the younger girls and for the athletes from the elite.
In Brazil, we don't have that many women surfing, so now it's starting to growing. So I think this will inspire them a lot.
The sport of surfing is evolving a lot in Brazil. I just think there's going to be a big rise of really good girls coming out of Brazil, and I'm really excited to see that.
It's not that often where you get to surf with a bunch of girls. You don't even have to really exchange that much sentences. Just I guess laughing and just surfing with a bunch of girls. There's something special about it.
It's super cool being in the water with all of them. I feel like their energy, the energy that they bring is just so cool, and they're all just so excited to be here. And yeah, it's definitely feel like they inspire me.
They can watch the women surfing and they can see what they can do. They can do anything. So it's very important for them to have someone to look up to. I just want to be a good example to them too.
What a killer day and a killer sunset, finishing off a big day of competition here at Saquarema, which now brings us to the Natura Kayak Wave of the Day. Might be hard to beat, this powerful sunset. But yeah, we definitely saw some fireworks in the ocean as well. That Natura Kayak Wave of the Day goes to the Crosby Colapinto, 8.17 today, Jesse.
That was well-deserved from Crosby. When I saw that wave coming, started off pretty nice with a beautiful wrap, critical for the section how it was, and then right here just took his time in a massive closeout turn. Look how critical that was. He was upside down, under the lip, air dropped it and came out clean. Well-deserved. Most critical turn of the day so far.
Did not make the heat, though.
I know.
Ends up losing at the end to Italo. But yeah, that was a statement made on the back end of Crosby Colapinto, but now he knows he can really get a lot from the judges on big single maneuver options as well moving forward, Mitch.
Well, he did make finals day last year at the Challenger Series event, so I truly feel confident in this kid's abilities to make it far in the event, especially with the forecast we have on hand, dude. It's going to be pretty big the rest of the week.
Cros versus Cole Hausman, Rookie of the Year. Do you want to pick a side at the moment? I mean, they're so close on the rankings right now, Jesse.
I mean, if I have to pick one, I'll pick the right foot forward, right? It's my fellow goofy footer, and I love both surfers. They're both amazing. They're both so talented. But yeah, let's pick Cole.
Here we go. Take your picks. It's just between Crosby and Cole. Let's focus on the Surfline forecast. We had to wait 4 days for today's competition, and it feels like we should be busy over the next couple of days as we focus on the maps from Surfline. Mitch, what are we seeing here?
Yeah, a good amount of energy from the south, which is really what offered up a lot of the swell we saw today. But next few days are going to be a bit dicey, especially later on this weekend. We will be watching conditions. Tomorrow looks really fun, but there is a bit of wind on offer, as you see right there, onshore winds, but there is size. So there is a possibility that we do run a good amount of surfing tomorrow. Friday looks great, though, and Saturday morning, I feel like that's a potential finals day right there, Joe.
A lot of options there, Jesse. Any day's looking the best for you?
I mean, I think as far as consistency, probably Friday, because we're going to have a full day of offshore winds. And then, like you mentioned, Saturday morning looks great as well. But it's tricky because we only have a few hours, and then the wind comes in very strong from the southwest, which it really doesn't help here.
Right, so we'll take a quick look at it in the morning. First thing, first light, to see if we're going to continue to run competition. Definitely a few days left in the waiting period to see what we'll be in store for. Saquarema, this whole venue just sucks in so much swell. I mean, when we showed up here, Jesse, you were like, yeah, it's been flat for over a week, and how quickly can things turn around for us?
Yeah, it faces straight south, and during this time, most of the swell is produced from the south, and it's very deep water here right off the bat, so it just all the energy accumulates around here in Rio de Janeiro, and mostly in Saquarema.
Now it's time for the top 5 moments of the first day of competition today. Working his way to number 5 on the list of major moments is our defending event champion, Yago Dora, runner-up in El Salvador, looking to go back-to-back here at Saquarema. Look, really, really strong today, Mitch.
Yeah, not only that, but as Jesse was pointing out, he threw away a couple of sixes, too, and those scores didn't reflect how well he surfed. I think they didn't necessarily reflect how well he was positioned in the lineup, too. Out of everybody that surfed today, he might have been the most comfortable surfer out there in the water, Joe.
667, 693, number 4 on the top 5. Molly Picklum advancing and staying undefeated. 6-0 over Betty Lou, Sakura Johnson today, Jesse.
Man, that's crazy. You want to have that advantage right there, because that coming in for the heat, that really plays into your opponent's head. And right there, she's just showed a lot of confidence, and she was looking good. She's been having kind of a tough second half of the year, but she looked good in that one.
Number 3 on the top 5, Italo, champ in Tahiti, 2019 world champ. come from behind victory on the buzzer to win his heat today, Mitch.
Yeah, and I wouldn't necessarily say it's his best performance we've seen all year long. He did just enough to edge out Crosby with this wave right here. Got the rotation and fit in a couple extra maneuvers just for good measure too. Took to the air though, Joe, and was able to stick a few in order to get the heat win.
You saw him adjust. He went to that famous backhand helicopter type punt, pulls it off, combo, 7.0 on the score. As we move to number 2 on the list, world number 1, triumphant, 7-1-7, looking sharp in the elimination round, Jesse.
I mean, great wave selection for her right there. Finish it off with the big turn right there. I love that cutting short bottom turn with the hands on rail. But right here, this is where all the pressure comes. Back against the wall, losing in round 2, which is not great for a yellow jersey. Nice turn right there. Critical section right here. Beautiful lip line, air dropping, and just shows how confident she is and comfortable she is under pressure.
Winning the post show, the number 1 moment, watching the Medina Magic. An 8-point ride, a 6.93 along the way, Mitch.
Yeah, the highest heat total of the event so far, and for good reason, Joe. The 8 right here, combination of major maneuvers. He looked precise in both his attack and his great wave selection too, but not only that, statement made right here, knowing that he hasn't won a championship tour event in his home country, Brazil, might be winning one later on this week.
Is it going to happen, Mitch? Is this the year for Medina to win in Brazil for the first time?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I love it. Feeling it. And
I like the statement.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
love
good
the
call.
statement. That's a great call. Obviously, Jesse picked Yago to go back-to-back.
Yeah, that's my pick.
Staying with Yago and feeling comfortable after today.
I mean, I thought he looked the best as far as comfortable on top of the board right here. It's just a tricky place, and he looked amazing.
Also, favorites on the women's side after what you saw today, Mitch. Anyone screaming at you, or do you want to watch some more heats?
I'll go Soria Lindblad, actually.
Wow, there's been something there.
Yeah, I'm going to pick an underdog. I'm going to go Soria Lindblad. I think she takes out her first victory.
That's a huge statement there. You can agree? You liking Soria's performance?
I think she's doing great. I can't go past Tachi, though.
That makes sense. I like that pick. And you're going to have a nice dinner later for that great pick. Tomorrow morning, we're going to come down at 7:15 local time for the call. Men's ER is on deck to finish that back half of the round. Women's quarters will be on standby. Men's round of 16 is hoping to run tomorrow as well. We'll hopefully have another giant day. For now, I think it's time to say Saúde.
Saúde.
How's my pronunciation there?
That was perfect.
Cheers, guys. Saúde. Enjoy your time wherever you are around the world. We'll leave you with the highlights of the opening day of competition. Enjoy WorldSurfLeague.com. We'll see you tomorrow at 7:15 for the call. This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.